right? Well, sadly, this couldn't be farther from the truth, especially for what we're going to...
Hope y'all having a good Taco Tuesday today. We starting the stream up right, and we just hit 25 followers today, so we hit one of our level caps. Let's get it. So we about to start with a couple. Let's start with a couple live streams. I mean reactions, and then after that, hey, we'll do a little gaming and honestly, just chill and kick it with me. We about to watch this Pokemon Scalper review because I ain't gonna lie to you. I mess with Pokemon. Like you see this? You see these? Oh shit! You really can't see it. Hold on. You see this right here? It got the little glare on it. But I pulled like a few Pokemon cards before, and it's like I've been into Pokemon ever since I was a kid, and one of the main things that I want to do as an adult was collect cards. And it's like, even then, like with how bad that card collection has got because of these scalpers, it's absolutely the worst. It's the worst. It's really the worst because it's like this used to be a hobby that people used to want to come and do, and now because people see that you can make like a $7 profit out of it, they sell these cards for ridiculous, outrageous, subatomic prices, and it kind of takes the fun out of it because they do this and people don't be able to get or collect what they want to collect. But
welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Coming and sitting down because today we are talking about Pokemon cards. You know, we have done a video on trading card games,
right?
The rise of
God.
collectors, and you know.
Nah, that was tough. A Master Ball on it? Oh my god.
Video on trading card games and the rise of collectors, and you know, we talked about the game, but over the last couple years trading card games have blown up in popularity. Not that they were ever really unpopular, but it's possible that this may not be a good thing. I mean, sure, we all want games we enjoy to be popular, and after all, it means more people play with and money to put back into improving the experience.
Wait, what?
After all, it means more people
President Trump prepares to trade. That gotta be fake.
Play with and
that has to be fake. What do you mean? That price is crazy. 75,000 and 25,000. Okay, fun fact, chat. So I've been pulling out of prismatic evolutions for a good month or so. Haven't pulled that crazy at all. I haven't pulled nothing crazy, I swear. It sucks, man. I really wanted, like, at the very least, my friend, he pulls a Master Ball Umbreon, but like me, even when I thought I had it, man, I was going over the research for it and doing all of this knowledge, thinking I knew what I was doing. So it was like, when I opened that, I got two packs last month. And when I opened the first pack, I didn't have none up in it, so I was like, all right, cool. You know, I got one more pack. But when that second pack happened, because I've been seeing the videos, and the videos I've been seeing are the guide hand pulls. And so the first card that got pulled up out of there was a holographic energy card. And the one thing that I heard for each one is when you pull a holographic energy card, and then right after that it was an Eevee card, you got a guide hand pack. Man, I started sweating. I got to pull it. I got a fucking Pokeball Primal.
Money to put back into improving the experience, right? Well, sadly, this couldn't be farther from the truth,
look
especially
at
for what we're going to focus on today, Pokemon cards. It seems like the wrong groups of people have found their way into the community, and it's causing a lot of problems. Because of this, the game has gone from an exciting child's activity to all-out war. So let's talk about the dark side of collecting Pokemon cards. Never thought I would say that before in my life, huh? Jesus Christ.
They're out here really scrapping over these cards.
The problem, which if you haven't been on any social media, you may have never seen it, but chances are you've seen people fighting in Target.
Oh my god.
Physical violence. People running through stores to grab stocks. It's an all-out blood war right now, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since the pandemic, the value of rare and vintage Pokemon cards has gotten astronomically high. Unbelievably
Christ.
high. And the fact that mainstream creators were joining in only added fuel to the fire, especially considering people were holed up inside their homes with stimulus checks to spend on frivolous things.
Alright, appreciate it.
Remember the Among Us craze? A lot of no-nos back then. DoorDash.
Yeah.
I'm a DoorDash guy. I remember I kept getting the same guy too, and I was just like, I feel like at this point I should just like text him. just, dude, just give me your number. This essentially turned the card into stock investments.
Yeah.
And with this became the rapid growth of Pokemon scalpers. People who buy products with the explicit goal of selling them on secondary markets for a higher price. This can make enjoying the hobby difficult for a player who just wants to play the game. Not only does it now become more difficult to buy new packs and box sets, but some become desperate enough to buy it for raised price online because they become unavailable, thus justifying scalpers to continue scalping. An evil system. You go through, you see people dead sprinting through Target, all the stocks is out just because people are hoarding Pokemon cards like fucking gold, and then they raise the prices. There's probably a studio.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That right there is nasty work. It is nasty work. Like, I can understand if you're doing it because you want to pull and collect and you just got the money to do it, cool. But it's like, if you're just buying it up from people just to sell it for like 100 extra odds, like, I swear on TikTok they are going crazy with this. For a extra $100, they are going wild, and it's insane.
Apartment in Burbank, California, just stacked with Pokemon cards just because that's the guy scalping cards online, dude. It disgusts me. Even recently, LEGO announced that official Pokemon sets are coming in 2026, and people are already speculating that it'll be an absolute bloodbath to acquire them in stores. And people seem to forget that these products have a massive child audience. If adults can't get their hands on these products, what chance do the children have? Think of the children. Who gives a if the child can't have it, dude? You know, I say good. If anything, if a child can't get it, they're like, yeah, I was going to get into it, but every adult around me was buying them, so I thought, this is cringe, and I didn't get it. That's what I think.
It's a millennials game. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even know who the that is, dude. But especially when scalpers are programming bots to buy new products online seconds after they drop. It's like a streetwear scalpers or something like that, you know?
I did that with Magic cards on eBay.
Did you?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did it work well?
I bought like Shocklands for pretty cheap.
Nice. This animosity towards Pokemon scalpers is starting to reach new heights, and many fear that the hoops people must jump through to get their hands on new cards is deferring potential players from joining the TCG community. Trading card game. In case someone's like, what is that, Hunter? And if you want to know how bad things have gotten, look no further than the 2025 Costco Wars. Costco recently began selling Pokemon cards at marked down price, and early on, things turned into an absolute shit show. In a recent viral clip, you can see a horde of people lined up behind a pallet of boxes for 151 Blooming Waters Premium Collection packs.
Exactly.
This box set contains various packs with the original 151 Pokemon, which are very high quality and valuable. Costco had to know that this was going to be a bloodbath too. I think the CEO was just like, good. Yes, rats in a maze. As soon as the pallet jack is pulled out by a Costco employee, the organized line quickly turns into an all-out frenzy as people grab multiple boxes and stuff them into their carts. Some customers are pushed to the floor as passing customers lunge at them to grab boxes out of their hands. It's like the scene in Jingle All the Way. Also, you know, it's performative to bring it out on a pallet jack.
I know.
Here I go. Hope nobody grabs it. Why make such a spectacle of it? Costco runs on a schedule. It's got to be 2 p.m. That's when the new trading card product goes out, okay? In another video, you can see an older man wrap himself around another customer to wrestle a box out of his hands, only to be violently elbowed to the face, but somehow the man still continues holding on for dear life. He's like, no! Imagine getting your face caved
Oh
in.
my
It's like,
god.
Charizard, help me now! Eventually, police had to be called to break up the giant brawl that ensued, but no.
Fighting them cards is crazy. I don't care how expensive the card is. Fighting them cards is crazy. But still, look, I got that wheezing on me. Look, as we talking about, like this right here, this card right here. Oh, y'all can't see it. Y'all can't see it. Hold on. Let me see it. Yeah, this card right here, I fuck with it. Then I got that spinner rack. Like, man, I'm telling you, chat. Give me Give me a few more
Arrest.
months. I have a crazy
And everyone's
collection.
just like,
Okay.
The victor goes to spoils, right, boys?
Look at all these dogs with their tails tucked between their legs. Go on home, boys. This one's for me. But because of these encounters going viral online, Costco acted quickly by enforcing a purchase limit of 2 boxes per customer. Cowards. They also started having employees and security nearby the products at all times to stop people from going crazy. I like how there has to be a guy with like a baton. He's just like, don't make me do this. Like threatening violence to
Like,
a person. Hey, it's
this
2!
is crazy,
The kid has
man.
3 boxes. It's 2. Put it back. It got so bad that Costco employees were tasked with preloading shopping carts with the highest limit box sets allowed for purchase in order to prevent customers from throwing hands. There's like, it's already in there.
What's happening, Lo?
Just take it and walk.
Come on now.
Getting all these boxes, it cannot be worth it. It cannot be worth it to have that much civil unrest. What are the Japanese
It really
doing to
can't.
prevent this? All right, all these are American solutions. What are the Japanese doing to fix this? I mean,
You know
regardless
what?
of what rules are put into place.
I never thought about that. What is it as bad in Japan with it when it comes down to scalping as it is here? Well, it can't be because I heard from a person they have more manufacturing plants.
People are still getting in fights all around the world over their
Oh.
precious Pokemon cards. And this wasn't the first time that stores had to enforce new rules to prevent people from getting hurt by trading cards. It happened back in 2021 when Target had to temporarily put a stop to selling of trading cards after an intense fight broke out in the parking lot in Wisconsin. I don't know why. Almost
Yeah,
every
that's
unruly
crazy.
video, it's always at Target. It's always Walmart. Maybe Walmart, they're just like, there's a whole other breed of thing going on here. It's like watching Dumbledore drink that thing. He's like, oh. He's like, no, I don't want to. That's what it's like having a Walmart be like, come here, buy these cards. Actually, I think Walmart stopped doing it too, though, because of the same reason.
A lot of shoplifting.
People at Walmart are like, oh, I don't care, just take it. What is it? I think the only thing they care about is guns and liquor. You put the captain back. You can take the Pokemon. I don't know what the hell that Japanese shit is. Take it. I will say that became a thing too. I remember in the past, people would like lift up Walmart shelves because stuff would
Really?
fall back behind it. So it's just like in dust. And
Oh my god, I never thought about that. Oh my god, these niggas are 5-head. I never thought about that. So last week, when I went to... Nah. I ain't gonna lie. That shit crazy. Wait, Village Walmart. Best believe I'm coming behind your shelves, my nigga.
Hugs. I'm like, oh, cool. It's like a set that came out 6 years ago or something. One man purchased some cards only to be jumped by 4 other people that wanted to steal them from him. The man was assaulted by an entire group until he pulled out a gun, at which they fled the scene. The man who assaulted him were found and arrested on charges of battery, disorderly conduct, and strangulation. I like how that's not a part of like the battery assault or anything. It's just like, and you choked him. What the hell is this?
I was about to say.
Yeah, sorry. Because the world, everyone are apes in the world, we can't give you Japanese trading cards. Sorry about that. And during that same year, Walmart encountered the same problem. Because of fights breaking out between customers, they had to post signs announcing that they would be suspended due to, quote, inappropriate customer behavior and increased demand. But Costco
That's
isn't the only
insane.
place that's seeing a recent uptick in Pokemon-fueled chaos. Let's take a look at the Pokemon vending machines. I don't know.
Yeah, they've been hitting those
Right
vending
now,
machines
already in the
crazy
video,
too.
We've talked about that. Since the pandemic, we're 5 years deep into Pokemon.
Fun fact, chat. I went to San Antonio. Last month. They had a prismatic evolution in there. The machine was messed up. And I know for a fact, if that machine wasn't fucked up, a nigga probably would have fought me on that card today. True story.
Pokemon Chaos, so they're just like, why don't we just make machines we just put around for people to get pissed off at and punch? It's made of metal and glass.
And I would have had to pistol whip that nigga for 30 minutes straight. Big dog after 8. Nah, let me stop.
Sure, that's gonna be fine. Pokemon vending machines, cool.
Oh, look at them. They're cute.
Oh my god, it is kawaii. Did Ash Ketchum or Professor Oak help design this? Misty didn't do shit. Or that creep Brock. Closing his eyes, he's like, I see you. Hello, princess.
I ain't gonna lie. Brock was a wild nigga in Pokemon. Like, that nigga there, if it had legs on it, he was going. That nigga didn't give a fuck. Like, not a single care in the world. That nigga was going 50 times out of 50 full throttle.
Stores around the world have started installing vending machines that exclusively sell Pokemon packs, elite trainer boxes, sets, and more. If that means anything to you. Doesn't to me. Some believe that these can prevent unnecessary conflict compared to having piles of loose cards on shelves. However, scalpers always find a way. Scalpers would repeatedly visit these machines and clean out the entire stock. And in one instance, a woman spent over $1,000
Oh my God.
despite kids waiting in line behind her to purchase just a single pack.
A band?
And the problem was so bad that it eventually became acceptable to film and shame people for doing this, which I do think that's nice. If you see somebody unloading an entire vending machine, because also even if it was food, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, are you kidding me? This is crazy. Anybody unloading a vending machine, I'm like, really? And of course, what would a Pokemon restock be without two adults getting into a heated altercation? In the San Francisco Bay Area.
Hold on, chat. I'll be right back. Alright, we back.
Sitting in his car all morning till the 10 a.m. restock of the Pokemon vending machine in his local grocery store. When he entered the store, he saw that someone was already using the machine. By God, this angered him. Angered by this, he starts yelling about him waiting in his car was the same as him waiting in line. That doesn't make sense. I was outside, dude. He then pushes the man out of the way before proceeding to sprawl his arms and legs out to stop him from buying anything else. It is easily, I think, a great contender for cringe clip.
Are you serious? Nigga. Come on now. We gotta start using more brain power.
Clip of the year, which I do think that we should maybe start cataloging. Cringe clip nominee of the year. And the cringiest clip goes to man sprawling out over Pokemon vending machine. Just want to put this out there that the aggressor here is an Eagles fan. Philadelphia Eagles. Kill yourself. Eventually, staff had to intervene and tell him to calm down. And after failing to do so, he was ultimately arrested. And the victim of this altercation noted that the man started pretending to be hurt when the cops arrived, despite no punches or anything physical being thrown.
I hate people like that.
Well, I love it when it's old women. My favorite thing when they're like, ow, ow! And it's on camera, they're like, what are you doing? You hit me! You talking about that style? It's like my favorite. If I was an old cranky bitch, I'd do the exact same thing. I'm like, you hit my head, I'm bleeding! Well, no matter what wrongs me, it could be something super small. I'm dropping to the ground. I'm telling everybody that you hit me. That's what I'm doing. I might even start just incorporating that into my own life. But as confrontations like this keep happening more and more frequently, these stores were also pushed to enforce purchase limits on these vending machines. Not only is loitering no longer allowed near these machines, but machines began putting pauses on purchasing their available inventory throughout the day to push scalpers to get impatient and give up. The guy who's sitting out in his car for 7 hours, you think he's not gonna just be like, oh wait. And at Target, they're I'm just gonna go to Pizza Hut because there's a Pizza Hut at Target. I'm getting tired, I'm gonna go to Starbucks and Target. If you watched our last video about trading card game community, you may be convinced that it's exclusively composed of horrendous people, but that's not always the case. Coop's Collection is a content creator that streams himself running a Pokemon card vendor.
That's
In
true.
a recent video, a customer approached him at a convention and hands him a binder filled with various holographic Pokemon cards and encourages to give it to someone for free. Later, a young boy approached the vendor with his father. His father explains that he's new to collecting and was curious about it, so Coop surprised him by giving him the binder. Aww.
That's nice.
Camera setup.
I see everything now and I'm just like, yeah, right. Oh yeah, convenient, dude. I want to believe, but my putrid, small, fat heart won't let me have anything nice. Like, hand it to him and it's just like, all right, give it back. Get the f away from it! That's in my mind. That's what happens. All scalpers are scum.
This guy's got a heart of gold.
This guy does have a heart of gold. I'm gonna choose to believe that he has a heart of gold. Please, have a heart of gold. Anyway, so yeah, I forgot there's more to this story about this stupid thing. The stranger next to him even joins in by handing him one of his most valuable graded cards. Whatever, who gives a fuck? The kid got some free cards. He's gonna get rid of them as soon as he finds out what pussy is. But we can also talk about how the Pokemon community saved a dying puppy. Is this video wholesome progress now? This feels In 2021, an 8-year-old child from Virginia named Bryson discovered that his 4-month-old black lab puppy named Bruce was diagnosed with parvo, which is like puppy cancer. Parvo is a contagious virus that, if left untreated, has an incredibly high mortality rate in puppers. And from that day, they brought Bruce home. The two of them were inseparable. He was incredibly distraught to see that Bruce was losing lots of weight. And this feeling became worse when he realized that his family could not afford the thousands of dollars it would take to treat the dog. In tears,
Don't tell me
he
you
told
saw
his
this
mom
card.
and I quote, this is the direct quote.
I don't want Bruce to die. I'm gonna pray that he don't die.
What is that quote?
This is a hard-hitting journalism. People come to the story for.
I'm gonna pray that he don't die. Bruce, don't go. Take
Oh,
off the
that's
angel
crazy.
wings, Bruce. Don't fly away yet.
But soon after, the little boy decided to take action. He came home from school with paper advertisements he made for a Pokemon yard sale. He hoped he could sell his Pokemon collection, which his mom referred to as his most prized possession, to raise enough money for the treatment.
That is so chased by a highway.
Literally by a highway, like, please stop so my dog doesn't fly to heaven. He don't die. Dog, he don't die. I hate that this is tugging on my heartstrings too. I feel so bad for the kid. Some of his neighbors paid him a visit and purchased some cards. Like his neighbors are just like, what is it? I can give you $3, kid. All right. Say thank you. That's not enough to clip his wings so he doesn't fly to heaven. Like, all right. But he was not making much money early on. When it was discovered why he was trying to raise money, the news started to spread throughout town. His mother started advertising the stand on Facebook as well, which brought tons of new people over. Friends then helped her set up a GoFundMe page, which quickly raised over $28,000. Touched by Bryson's willingness to give up his favorite things in order to save his dog, people started donating their own Pokemon collections to help him free of charge so he could keep it going. I mean, that's
so nice.
He scammed people.
that's where my mind goes immediately. My dog's not, couldn't look healthier. Look how skinny he is. He just has flanged ribs. It's like really normal in puppies. You can see his bone. I don't want him to leave. Like the dad's just like,
That is insane.
Fargo. It's like trying to lose up. Pargo. And at one point, employees working for Pokemon Co. even sent him rare packs over hearing about the store.
Really?
Awesome. And in the end, Bruce was able to be treated and is in good health. Leftover money was used to help several other families who struggled to afford health care for their dogs. Because this diseased dog ridden town, dude. You know, my dog's died. It's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the vet in town are like, I don't know why they keep this. There must be something in the water for these pups. I got Pokemon Co.
They gave him rare packs, so realistically, nah, that's crazy.
It's just like, what happened? Here's 2 packs. What, you couldn't pay for the surgery? Like,
Exactly.
wouldn't that have been cool if Pokemon stepped in and they were like, we'll pay
Let's
for
pay
the dog's
for it.
surgery. All right, though, enough positivity. That was heartwarming as shit. Let's get back to the muck and talk about how Pokemon collecting can go horribly, horribly wrong. Starting with some particularly bleak Reddit posts, because, you know, we have to just bring down the mood a little bit, right? All filtered through, Nick, play the character of the person making the Reddit post.
Right.
My husband has racked up a lot of debt. Nearly 100,000 buying.
$100,000?
$100,000 in debt from Pokemon cards?
Oh my god.
The day of it was paid off, but since then he's racked up another 27.
This nigga got y'all 100,000 in the hole. Y'all niggas paid 50,000 of that off. And this nigga just racked back up another 27,000.
Imagine plowing through 70,000 in debt.
When he's like, I gotta talk to you about something. We got 27,000 more to pay off.
Thank God you're so good at sex. You're literally perfect in every other way except the Pokemon cards.
I know nothing about these cards or industry.
I know nothing about these cards. It's just all Japanese. I don't know what it is.
But I need a way for him to not have the ability to buy anymore. How can I get rid of what he already has? What can I do to physically stop him from buying anymore?
I would say, like, the obvious salute, leave. Leave this person. This is the segment is now me just responding to the Reddit post. I'm gonna give you the solution. Right answers only. Leave this person. If you have to physically say, how can I physically stop him? Because then you're gonna people be like, put cyanide in his drink.
Are there any Pokemon forums I could join where I name him and tell him not to sell him anymore?
I like how they did.
Is that what they said?
My name is Brock. Dude, we can't. Dude, you got cut off, dude. You're cut off. I'm sorry.
That was 11 days ago.
That post was 11
What?
days ago. The 100th.
Ripping a single pack triggered my gambling addiction. A friend of mine collects Pokemon cards. He let me rip one. I got hooked instantly. I started buying packs and collecting cards. Told myself it wasn't gambling. It was okay because I was collecting something of value. I started with just a few packs here and there, but quickly turned into booster boxes and elite trainer boxes. I was spending around €300 a week.
I can see the addiction aspect of it. There's something very satisfying of opening up
Well, yeah.
packs, as they say. That's what they say in the TC. It is like gambling addiction. Because I think it's the same thing as people who are addicted to slots. All the numbers are like the
I mean, it's straight up gambling because, like, some of these people, they're getting it for the collection wise. I get it. But there's, like, some of these people, they're also opening it up to see if they hit big.
the
so they can
sounds
sell
and
it.
stuff, even just the
It's
crinkling of the
gambling.
packaging and the hopeful opportunity that there's something in there. I've said this before on our Magic channel. If you're going to get into actually collecting, you don't have to buy packs. Just buy the singles. Even if you're like, oh, I don't know, this card's $200. I feel so weird, $200. And then you find out that you just spent $2,000 trying to open it in packs. Just pick up the card that you like, save up for the card that you want, and just hold in your collection, and then let it accrue value that way. Hunter's hack.
I tried selling the valuable cards I pulled to fund new packs, but I lost a lot of money doing this. Things spiraled out of control. Today, I opened all the Prismatic Evolution booster packs that I ordered 80 plus.
Got nothing.
I found myself chasing my losses in online casinos. I lost over €1,000 in an hour. That's when
Oh my
I
God.
relapsed badly without even realizing it. I seriously need help to stay away from gambling, or I think it's going to ruin my life completely. I'm 25 now.
My bad, chat.
I
I'm
really don't want to relapse.
looking at cards.
But you're taking the piss out of a guy who's like genuinely asking for help, like it's like an actual tragic story. You need to go to gambling addiction therapy, gambling addiction therapy, whatever. Or go to Vegas and try to hit it big. Every great gambler doesn't stop. You're always one bet away from changing it all around.
Open up some more prismatic packs. You might open the God pack.
Prismatic packs, start to get open a couple more credit cards. You know, it's good to have debt.
My 5-year-old son just got
Yeah,
signed at the
absolutely
library
not.
Pokemon card event. So my wife took my son to a Pokemon card event at the local library. After work, I see him, and he's so incredibly excited at all of the new cards he traded for.
That's nice.
My heart sank when I saw Rainbow Charizard and Gold Ho-Hos. They were all fake.
They were all fake! Son, you got fleeced!
The older kids completely cleaned him out. He had like 30 EX or VV star cards, and they're all gone, replaced by a bunch of fakes. It's not even about the money. They were the very first cards that we pulled together.
Oh, that's a sad way to end it. You know what, dude? These are the learning moments, dude. In life, you get burned.
That happened
Yeah.
with me with Yu-Gi-Oh!
I would definitely say.
I've never
the
collected-
amount of
I've
fake
bought
Yu-Gi-Oh
it, but
cards
I
don't
don't-
give a shit.
yeah.
I was like, sick. Like, I don't think I really understood. I'm like, this is worth money. I think I was just more like, yeah, Obelisk the Tormentor. I got the it's a raw Slifer and my boy Obelisk. You're just like, all right, sleeve him up. I remember one time I think I cried in school trying to trade with a guy. He's like, all your stuff is fake. I'm like, no, I want this Buster Blader. All right, who wouldn't want that? I cried. I was like, please. I was young. I was like 17, 18.
17?
Dude, I'm kidding. All right, let's Reddit post. Tired of these shitty little goblins crying on, you know, guess what, dude? Shit happens, all right? Oh, look at my boy. Those are the first packs he opened. I think it's going to be all right. Yeah, how about you go play catch with him? How does that sound? No, open more packs. Let's talk about the Melbourne card theft crisis. Store owners across Melbourne are living in fear after a string of robberies early this year, targeting various collectible shops. In a recent particularly gruesome display, a store called Aussie Collectibles was broken into, which can be seen on released surveillance video. In the chaos, the robbers made out with over $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards. That's insane to just think. Also feels weird to just be like, I'm gonna leave this here. Put it in a vault, dude. Treat the shit like Hellsberg diamonds or something. Goddamn. The same occurred over at Blacklist Cards weeks prior, which
Man,
lost
I'm
over
telling you.
$20,000 of Pokemon cards after only being open for about a month.
I'm
That's
telling
over.
you, that's
Because of this,
crazy.
the owner is unsure if he should keep the place running. No. Hunter tip, no. One car store owner admits that they've had trouble sleeping at night, often waking up in a panic to go check and see if security cameras were triggered overnight. Other stores have considered closing up shop to lay low or perhaps just halt the sale of Pokemon cards altogether. There have been 16 card store robberies within the past 8 months. It is believed that these recent events are all connected in the same way. For now, investigations are still ongoing. 16 and 8 months is crazy. Like, I would not leave them in the glass case. I couldn't. It would make me disgusted to be like, somebody can just throw a rock through the window and take everything. I'd have a big ass security guard sleeping in there. There's like a tiny bed. He sleeps in the middle room, whatever, and you have to like tiptoe in. You wake him up and he has like a giant ogre club. That's what I would do. Breaks all the cases, ruins everything. At least nothing got stolen. While terrifying, at least these robbers occurred when innocent people were out of the store, right? Some people, however, are not as lucky. Let's talk about the $70,000 Pokemon card heist. A card shop in Osaka, Japan. We've been there. Sorry, I just got excited. Was hit by a group of thieves dressed in dark shirts and sunglasses who hoped to steal some valuable Pokemon cards. They had broken into the store at 3:30 a.m. The demonic witching hour. Surprised to see that 2 employees were still closing up for the night. In response, the thieves threatened them with knives as they tied them up. While some people are well versed in Pokemon TCG and know exactly what constitutes a valuable card, others are absolutely clueless and just see Pokemon card collecting as like a payday. The thieves began a frantic discussion with the tied up employees, asking for advice on what cards they should steal to make the most amount of money.
Oh my God.
They both started helping them pick the best cards. Pick the worst ones. Okay, you got Eevee. They ended up leaving the store with $70,000 worth in valuable cards, as well as the employees' phones and wallets. Oh, shit. Luckily, nobody was injured. Sadly, an investigation has not yet led to any arrest. I like how you can just go into a Japanese store or like any store and just be like, I'm just gonna rob this. On the topic of Pokemon robberies, you'd be surprised to find out that these thefts are peanuts compared to one of the most notable Pokemon heists. Let's talk about the biggest Pokemon robbery of all time. Photos had surfaced online alleging that one or more employees involved in printing cards for the Pokemon Company may be stealing rare Fusion Strike cards off a line and selling them to local card stores to make massive profit. The image showcased a huge amount of incredible, valuable cards. Yeah, I know. There's some people who are like this. Oh, sorry, fellas. Close your gobs and listen up. Trading Card World, one of the local stores that the thief was attempting to sell to, refused to do business with them, assuming that anyone with a collection like this either stealing them or printing counterfeits. In an attempt to prove their legitimacy, the thief admitted to working for a Pokemon card printing company, and the shop worker immediately reported him to the Pokemon Company. A big bundle of oopsie daisy there. An investigation began, and it was quickly discovered who the thief was. Supposedly, the man was put into police custody soon after, but much of the information regarding the case has been confidential. Many people dissecting the image and its contents estimated that the man could have very likely made off with over $300,000 if he had just been patient and sold the cars slowly over time. Why would we do that? Get that money now.
Exactly.
Quick cash. Which, to anyone that is looking at Pokemon cards as a way to make a pretty penny, just know that it's no different from buying stocks or gambling, except it's probably way worse and not as profitable. Honestly, I feel like if you have a good run, you can make more gambling. If you play the stock market, also, by the way, you have to play that for your whole life. You just have to put money into it and just be like, I'm not even gonna look at it. So it's not like you're just like, ooh, my returns every week. That's not how the stock market works, but there's always a risk. So don't fall for the hype and end up getting burned. Although it's easy to relate to the idea of wanting to make a quick payday, there's something so unsettling about using a family-friendly card game to do it. It just feels odd. It feels even more manipulative than a guy like doing card tricks on the street or like scamming people out of like street games, you know? If you're rushing to stores and clearing out entire stocks to the point where children can't even enjoy buying a new pack here and there, you know you've lost the plot. You know that you're kind of...
You see, that's the problem at hand. It's a game that kids enjoy doing. Like, I can understand, say for instance, cars are super expensive, and the older a car is, and depending on what type of car it is, people pay top dollar for it. But it's like, those are cars. These are just, this is like a game for people to collect. It doesn't make no sense to me that y'all are taking that from other people. It's crazy. It is completely crazy.
Piece of shit. If you are running in a Target to get stocks of cards, reevaluate. Unless it's Magic, which dragons... We're going back to Tarkir Plain soon. And let me tell you, it's going to be very crazy. Also, we have the Meaty Magic channel that has a lot of very funny things. All right, well, that's our video for today. Have fun collecting Pokemon cards and get your boxing gloves ready. Good luck out there, friends. We'll see you next time.
I have probably the world's #1 Pokemon collection.
I've seen this.